in JavaScript, we have statements and we have expressions. Let's start with expressions. An expression is a piece of code that evaluates to a value or that returns a value. An expression can be a single value, a combination of values, operations, and function calls. Let's check. So basically, wherever you expect a value return, it would most likely be an expression. For example, a simple value can be an expression. 5 here is an expression because it returns the value 5. Hello is an expression because it returns the value hello. Operations are also expressions because they return a value. If I say 5 plus 4, this will give me a value eventually. So it's an expression. If I say math.max, I'm calling this function, this inbuilt JavaScript function, to get the larger number. This will return a value to me. It will return a value for me. So it is an expression. If I have a conditional, a ternary operator, if I say if age is greater than 18, then you are an adult, else you are a minor. This will give me a value. It will evaluate to either adult or minor based on the value of age. So it will return a value back to me. That makes it an expression. Now, what about statement? A statement is a command that performs an action. It is a command that performs an action. It does not necessarily return a value. For example, if we have, let me comment all of this out. If I have an if statement. If I say if age is greater than 18, this might not return a value. It might just console the log. It might not return a value. So this is a statement. If we have a loop is also a statement. Function declarations are also statements. So if I have a function here, if I have its call function, age function, this function is a statement. This if statement is a statement, right? But do you know that when I call this function, if I call age function, let's say this function return age equals 14. If I call age function, I've declared the function and now I am calling it here. I have an area, okay. And I am calling it here. By calling it is an expression. Declaring it is a statement. Yes, it's kind of. Why is calling a function an expression? Why declaring it is a statement? When you declare a function, you're specifying its behavior. You are basically telling JavaScript what to do by declaring this function, right? But when you call the function, you are executing the function. And when you execute the function, you produce a result, a value. So when you call it, it is an expression. When you declare it, it is a statement. So we know that an expression in JavaScript produces a value, while a statement in JavaScript performs an action and does not directly produce a value. Also, expressions are often used within statements, right, to create functional code. For example, if I have an if statement here, say if age is less than 18, then console.log, you are a child, you are a child, or you are a minor, whichever. You are a minor, right? So this old block is a statement, is literally dictating an action for the computer to perform. But inside this statement, we have expressions embedded. Can you try to guess which part of this statement is an expression? we have age less than 18. Age less than 18 is an expression because it will return a value true or false. We also have you are a minor. It will return the value you are a minor, so it is also an expression. So expressions are often used within statements to create functional code. But then, if you're like me, you've probably asked, why do we need to know the difference between statements and expressions? It's not as though JavaScript is explicitly asking us to differentiate between both. So what's the point, right? All right, so if you write React, you probably learned, used, or heard of the React JSX syntax. The React JSX syntax allows embedding JavaScript expression within HTML-like syntax. For example, we can embed this HTML syntax hello name inside our JavaScript code, right? So that is basically what JXS provides you with, right? For example, we have this JavaScript components, JXS. Now we have name Alice. The JSX syntax gives us the ability to populate this HTML syntax within our JavaScript code. For example, in JXX, you can dynamically return an expression that return a value. Like if something is going to return a value, you can call it in your JXX. You can even use expressions to manage rendering. For example, I can have const is logged in equals true. Now I can now have, let me wrap this up in a div. All right, I can now say that if is logged in is true, like I can use it to conditionally manage rendering. So if is logged in is true, I want to see the logout button, else I want to see the login button. Or I can even do it in another way. I can do it like this. I can say, let me scratch this. I can in fact say if it's logged in is true, if it's logged in, then I can use my ternary operator right inside my JXX. But I can't do that if it is a statement. I can't fix in a loop or an if statement into my JXX, right? But I can do that with expressions. If it's logged in is true, then I need a paragraph. Welcome back. Else, I need a paragraph. Please log in. So it also helps with conditionally rendering content based on dynamic values. So if you are using JXX, you probably will have those scenarios where you would use an expression. So what's the summary of everything? JavaScript expression evaluates to a value. That means they return a value, and they can either be a simple value, they can be an arithmetic expression, a function call, they can be a conditional expression, they can even be an object creation. And for JavaScript statement, they perform action and they control the flow of the program. They execute commands and they may use expressions inside of them. So for that, we would have function declaration, loops, conditional statements, and even assignments are considered JavaScript statements. And of course, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notification for more tech and coding content. See you in my next video. Bye.